I don't know if you can remember, it was either the last video or the video before, I was talking about how I'm either going to get a coffee machine or a bonsai tree. Now, I can confirm, unfortunately it's not the bonsai tree. I'm still cooking on that. However, what I have found and managed to get my hands on is a coffee machine. Now this coffee machine is something called a Sage Barista Express, and they retail at like £650, I think. But I got a steal on Facebook Marketplace for £100, and someone who literally just been using it for like the last month or two, and then they were just like, yeah, I want to upgrade. So, deal, mate. Now, it's a little bit different to the normal espresso pod machine I've had for the last 3 years, where it's kind of just like pop a pod in and it works like a treat. But we're getting there. So, watch this coffee. As you can see, it's a little bit more of a meticulous process compared to just slotting a coffee pod in a machine. But we'll give this one a taste test, and I took some tips from yesterday. I put it on a little bit more of a coarser grind because the pressure bar was a little bit too low. So I got told that, I got told on a TikTok, don't judge me, that if you put it on a coarser grind, it will just ramp that pressure up a little bit more, but you don't want it too much. You want it to the point where it's good, okay? So, chin chin, mate, here's to a good day. Again, still got a long way to go with it, but I'm just more happy that I've got nice espresso now. Delightful. Especially because the coffee beans I got are from back home, from this coffee shop which I love and do really nice espresso, and I just went up to them, I was like, yo, what coffee beans do you use? And they're like, oh, we sell them. I was like, oh, mint, £9.50 though. Stuff's expensive. If you could hear any music in the background, Ben and Keno are currently playing FIFA and screaming at each other. So, check-ins are all done. Ready to train. I've got posterior. I don't know if you can hear them in the background, it's so funny. Got posterior today. Last week we took 230 kilos for around 4 reps. Or maybe on a cleaner gym day, I'm gonna say this with the video overlaid, as you can probably see here. I potentially think I got 5. So, potentially looking at 232.5 today. We're gonna see how stuff is moving and see how the lower back is feeling as well. Again, there's a kind of rate of progression I like to work at, like maximum, minimum. Like 5 kilo max jumps I'll take, usually. But again, we'll see how things feel. I'm just very confident at the moment with them. I'm feeling very, very strong in them. My bracing's always on point with them. And yeah, I think the most I've ever done before this was 220 kilos. And I've been running up to around 230 now, which is an all-time strength thing. Which is what I will say to anyone and everyone. If you're looking to grow within your off-season, try push your way up and get to all-time strength without compromising your form. Okay, you'll notice again there will be times where you push the boats out a little bit too far, you undershoot, you get 3 reps. Trust me, I've been there, I've done that. But again, that's my biggest sort of advice in terms of growing in the off season. Like again, a lot of people are like, I'm getting new stretch marks and I'm 6 years into training. Yeah, natty limit my fucking ass, okay? So sweet. I'll see you in the car. I'm gonna go have a lovely little coffee, eat some oats outside, and then I'll see you in the car for the car little pre-gym talk. People, it is a lovely day. I don't know what button has been switched on in the UK, but god damn, it is 13 degrees. Now, I know for my foreign listeners, that is nothing. I know that is absolutely nothing. However, in England, when it hits 13 degrees, you can bet you're gonna see some people sunbathing. Like, I was even questioning a bit of UV today, whether I need to stick some sun cream on. Crazy talk, but we are off to the gym. I almost just hit a child. That's always a win. It seems like a current kind of thing. Like, I remember last year I almost hit a child on a YouTube video. Very, very close. But let's not do that. I don't think it would get past. But it's a lovely, lovely day. Lovely, lovely day to go train posterior. Going down to Ultraflex Normanton today instead of North Leeds. It's a bit of a different gym, a bit of a different equipment, but same brand, obviously. Oh, turn the podcast off, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said earlier, 230 RDL should be on the card today. Again, my back didn't feel as nice, but I think what I need to do is, what I've been doing is I've been jumping from 180 on my warm-ups to 230, in which I do think I probably just need to put like a 210 in there somewhere, so I can quite frankly just let the back adjust to it, you know what I mean? And even just touching new lows like that, my back is gonna hurt a little bit, you know what I mean? No matter how much glute I'm using, because my form is definitely not bad. Like, don't get me wrong, I think sometimes it's not a bad thing to get a little bit aggressive, and you may find form sacrifices 5% by that, and anything more than that, you should probably look at reducing the load. But yeah, I wanted to talk about something. I was on a phone call with a client last night, in which I thought this was a really interesting take, and given I think it's appropriate because I'm in the off season right now, or off season, aka I'm not competing and I'm bulking. The difference between off season and on season, I know a lot of people's take on it is you should treat a bulk the exact same way you should treat a cut. And again, I very much agree with training aspect of that. You should still always train to hard, train to failure, train with accuracy, and train with good tempo and intent. But I think within the kind of lifestyle standpoint, it's like the flexibility I have, I always take my foot off the gas a little bit within the off season, but more just with the nutrition side and my flexibility, just because I think, for me at least, and again, I'm very much aware everybody is different, but for me, I know for a fact that if I was treating a bulk the way I treated a prep, I would burn out, okay? And I've been there before, I've burnt out, I've chased the productivity and ran away from burnout for so long before, which again, there's worse problems to have, but even just enjoying, like for example, later I'm gonna make some pancakes because pancake day was yesterday, and again, I completely forgot. But I'm gonna make some pancakes later, and it's like, okay, a lot of people would see that as, I wouldn't do that in a prep at all, okay? But the way I kind of see it is, if I utilize that flexibility, if I allow myself to have that flexibility, when I then take that flexibility away and live a little bit more of a, I know it's a bit of a taboo word, a restrictive lifestyle in prep, when I can't do certain things like that, then it means that I know that I've had that time to be flexible and I'm not feeling like I'm missing out on anything. I'm quite frankly so fine with that and so content with that, to the point where I'm like, okay, tunnel fucking vision. So yeah, this is your sign to have a bit of flexibility, you know what I mean? Like, off season, there's a time and a place for it. And again, it's the trap I see people fall into so much with bodybuilding, is being so scared to go out for a meal with their partner, their friends, their family, because their coach said they can only have one off-plan meal a week, or sometimes, from what I've heard, 0 off-plan meals a week, which is bonkers. And I hope you know, if anyone here is thinking about joining the team, you will be having off plans with me. That is something I very much preach. Now, yes, I will always say within your goals, depending what they are. Okay, it's something where you look at that, you adjust your goals based on that. So again, if someone's looking for a photo shoot prep or even a bodybuilding prep, again, it's a restrictive goal. You're gonna have to be a little bit more tight on the restrictions. But if you're just looking to body recomp, gain a bit of muscle, lose a bit of fat, you can most definitely reach a part where you are having these off-plan meals once or twice a week. At the end of the day, if you're nailing 26 meals per week and 2 off-plan meals just with some higher fats, okay, which are most likely going to be saturated fats, some higher carbs, which again, usually actually alright carbs, but they're just maybe not whole carbs, and less protein, it isn't going to kill you. Again, the analogy I use is that you've got the Sahara Desert. If you've got a bucket of 5 litres of water, okay, and you chucked it in the Sahara Desert, it's not going to make it to the ocean, is it? Okay, so treat it like that. But again, it's a lovely day. I'm feeling the sun. Like, I'm not doing wrong, I'm definitely not getting tan right now because your boy doesn't tan. I can just get olivey and frickly. I'm just not one of those people, unfortunately. I also do something called sunburn, which is not very fun. But anyway, I'm gonna stop waffling. I'm gonna just soak up these rays because it's a delightful day. I don't have my sunglasses anywhere, which is a bit annoying. I was ready to be like a prime man who pretends he's driving a Lamborghini, but he's actually driving an Audi A1. You know the fucking drill. But yeah, pretty simply, we're gonna go and train posterior. Again, it's a more of a hamstring focused session as well as a bit more lat. I've got rear delt, hip hinge, I've then got seated hamstring curl, lat bias horizontal row, lat pull down, and then seated calf raises. Ugh, I've got 15 sets at the moment a week of that. It's horrible. They're growing. Hey, I get my response at one, and there's a time and a place. I'm almost in like a calf specialization at the moment. meaning like it's a very, very, very calf dominant program because they need to grow. But it's working. I'd say they're working. You know what I mean? I said this to someone the other day. I'm actually just very excited for the next time I cut, which is going to be in a few months' time, for a pre-prep setting where I'm going to be looking at getting down to like high 70s by September. And I remember last time on prep when I got to high 70s, I thought I was looking quite good. So I'm very looking forward to that, seeing the improvements, especially within my kind of lower region. Obviously, that's been a big, big emphasis on the push-up. So yes, people, I'm going to go hinge some heavy things. And yeah, you're probably watching this before the gym. Go hinge some heavy things yourself. Back is feeling a little bit temperamental today, so change of plans. We're going to take thigh plates, which is 10 kilos less than last week, but for max reps. So if I end anywhere between like 7, somewhere plus or minus 1 standard deviation, I'll be a very happy man. So time to get my zone, time to get that brace on lock and fucking send some hinges. Arguably, I think I could have got 6, but it would have been a horrible rep, which, stuff like that. If it's there on a lighter weight, I'll take it, but if it's like 220 kilos, I'm not gonna do it. Just for the sake of compromising that lower back, it's not worth it, because I've had problems in the past with it. So, I'll take 5. I'm very happy with that. Again, see what it's like next week. This car and say to you, yeah, that was a great session, I'd be fucking lying to you, because quite frankly, in my relative perspective, that was a bit of a shit session. Oh my god, my eyes! That was a bit of a shit session in that sense. However, you bring it back to basics, you go, okay, I got the job done, we don't need to worry about anything more than that. Fucking hell. Shades are coming on. Yes, your boy found them. But yeah, took 220 for 5 on RDLs. Again, I'm just going to take it up to a factor of a few variables in terms of, I did do 30 minutes of cardio this morning, which I don't usually do on this day, which potentially could have led to a little bit more of pre-fatigue. But again, just a suggestion. Again, could just be a bad day or could have been a very fucking good day last week, you know what I mean? We take stuff like that into account, and I'm not gonna deep it too much. And the rest of the session was just meh, you know what I mean? Like, I actually really don't enjoy training back. Like, it's one of my least muscle groups I like to train, which explains why it's not like a very, very dominant area of my physique. So again, that is something which I will be running probably a specialization in terms of the next few months. It is probably upping that back training a little bit. But yeah, we are all done. It's a beautiful day. There's no need to moan about it now, you know what I mean? Oh, you're gonna let me go, Skoda? Thank you, mate. I swear this happens every single time I come out of the gym. I'm confronted with a situation where someone has to let me go. Whoa! But yeah, no, rest of it was done. Walked out of the gym and someone went, bro, you're looking big, did you just do upper? And I went, nah, I just did posterior, mate. And he was like, what the fuck is that? So, you know what, it's not a bad day. Someone said I was big, you know, there's my male ego strokes, I feel validated. But yeah, it's a beautiful day. We're gonna go make pancakes with my girlfriend now, which is pretty sick. So hopefully I'll fast forward to that, and I'll have bananas, a bit of maple syrup on pancakes. It's gonna be powerful, mate. That's gonna be my post-workout today. Again, following along the same lines as I said before about, you know what, just embracing some flexibility sometimes. I did also notice at the end of the session I had a big like spot on my lat. Again, a bit TMI this, so if you're a bit squeamish, turn off. I had a bit of a spot on my lat, and I was like, holy moly, I was like, people are definitely looking at that and being like, yeah, that's a fucking intramuscular injection. No doubt about it, that's a pin mark. I was like, great, it's great. All the little fake natties in the TikTok comments being like, you're a fake natty. Hate to see it, I hate to see it, mate. But yeah, overall, session was in, got it done, you know what I mean? It was one of those days where we went in, we just ticked the boxes and we left. You know, sometimes I think it's just easy enough to, instead of try to rationalise and justify everything, why have I gone so dark? Then just take it on the chin and go, oop, you know what I mean? That's sorted, so, oh, what's happening there? Can I leave at the junction? No. Right, I will see you guys in a bit. I'm gonna go make some sick old pancakes. Next day, hamstrings and back are cooked, mate, cooked. Sat here doing check-ins. Look at this sophisticated man. Sophisticated man. White monster in a glass. Who do I think I am? Now people, I'm gonna be real honest with you. I completely forgot to record that outro. But I made some delicious pancakes again. I had whipped cream, bananas and maple syrup. Powerful stuff. A few little chocolate sprinkles on there. But anyway people, that's going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy, as always, do like, comment, subscribe, all that fancy jazz. If you ever want any supplements, code Drew for War Sports. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. I don't even know what to do for the outro. Like, I feel like I just do the typical like 2010 YouTuber like, and I'll see you guys next time.